Everyone knows shiny updates bring in an influx of new and returning players. Terraria received its largest spike of player activity on the day of the 1.4 update, peaking at 489,886 concurrent players. Almost 500,000 people playing at once, spending an ungodly amount of time on our little block game. Newer updates have admittedly been smaller than 1.4's massive peak, with an around 115,000 peak for 1.4.4 and 228,000 peak for 1.4.5, but were still events of massive player activity. So now, with some time having passed since the latest Terraria update, 1.4.5, how's the activity been? Beyond just the peak player counts, how much time have Terrarians actually spent playing the new update? Calculating this is actually quite simple. SteamDB holds a massive repository of concurrent player data for every game on the platform in terms of both daily peak players and daily average players. Once you have this, it is just a matter of numerically integrating the concurrent player function to get the total playtime. If you've taken calculus before, this probably makes sense, but for those of you who haven't, it basically works like this. Total playtime among a group is just the number of people times the playtime per person. If we know that there are X people playing a game for Y minutes, the total playtime over the interval is just X times Y minutes. We have the average player count over a ton of intervals, in this case, days, so we just multiply the average daily player count times days to get the total amount of playtime between everyone during that day. Add this up for all the days, and you can get a running total for weeks, months, or even years. In this case, we're going to be considering the amount of hours played in the first month, or 31 days, since the update's release. For 1.4.5, that's the 27th of January 2026 to the 26th of February 2026. When you crunch the numbers, you get that in the first month of 1.4.5, Terrarians on Steam have spent 82.7 million total hours playing Terraria. That converts to about 9,442 years. Not bad. Almost 10 millennia of human attention. How does that compare to previous updates though? 1.4.4 was also a really big and consequential update for Terraria. In my opinion, it might even be more consequential than 1.4.5. How much time did it suck up compared to 1.4.5 then? Well, surprisingly, a lot less. Running the numbers, 1.4.4 only took up 44.3 million hours of attention in its own month, about half of 1.4.5. Looking at the peak player chart, 1.4.5 had easily over double the peak concurrent players for the first 2 weeks. 1.4.4 honestly barely even increased the player count that much more above normal. Looking at the average player count is even more stark, with 1.4.5 being consistently more popular than 1.4.4 over the same length of time. Why this is the case is something that I myself cannot know definitively. My best educated guess is that since 1.4.5 was long awaited for so long, over 3 years, the desire to play it was just stored a lot longer and released a lot faster than the relatively low-profile Labor of Love update. Hello, if you enjoyed this trivia, please consider subscribing as it supports the channel. Similar videos are on the left and right. Either way though, thank you for watching, and good day, and goodbye. See you next week.